juice. Looks like piss, tastes great. There you go. Welcome back to That David and Rob's weekly podcast. Today, we're talking about top threes, TV shows, films, drinks, and some other stuff. I'm about to say you name it. We're talking top three, but we're not going to be here all day.
There's only so many.
Just so you know as well, get in the comments if you're watching us right now on YouTube, if you were here live on Instagram, because just off the shot, just there, just near you, is Instagram live. So if you see me looking and referring to people chatting on there, we're also live on Instagram.
Lovely.
I love it.
It is. And if you want to do the whole subscribe, comment thing that you've already mentioned, I can't even mention subscribe. If you didn't, there's another reminder.
I'm not right bothered. Do what you want. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. To be fair,
I just love enjoying that. This is work.
Yeah, at this point, I don't know. I'm like,
Apparently.
I've got a notification. Yeah, I have, because you started a live video.
Yes, I have indeed. I'm just getting my notes up here as well, because I've written down what my top three certain things are. So, over to Rob to tell you what's the first topic.
What's the crack? Yeah, so first one this week is top three TV series / shows. So I thought it's easier. Like, some shows are just a one-off show. Lots of stuff is a series. Might be multiple series.
Don't look at my answers.
I wear glasses, I'm not that good.
And make sure you don't look at Instagram. Pretend it's not there. Otherwise, we're not going to have any footage for these cameras.
It's all right. I forget it's there. It's all right. Okay. We're good.
So, top three.
Top three. Should we do... worth noting as well. These aren't in... Well, I don't know if you have... But mine aren't in, like, particular order of, like, yes, this is number one, this is number two. Because I think it's too hard to pinpoint a number one. Yeah, you can't.
To be honest, there'll be a show that you say and I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's actually better than the one that I've put in.
And vice versa. I mean, that's the thing with his top three, top fives. Top 10's got a bit more leeway. Like, top 10, you probably shouldn't be changing too many out of that. But top three... Like, it's quite narrow. So
you go straight off the bat and bang out your three.
All three.
Yeah.
So first one, number one. We mentioned this the other day actually. The In-Betweeners.
Oh, such a good show.
Yeah. I mean, I've looked at it as if I could jump in to any episode of The In-Betweeners. It helps obviously that I've seen them all, but on the basis of I've sat down. What shall I watch? So someone puts on, I don't know, Series 2, Episode 3, for example. Couldn't tell that one is off the top of my head. But say they do, I'd enjoy it. I'd know what's going on.
Yeah, it'd just be funny.
And it would be funny.
Yeah.
Regardless. So, yeah, In-Between is number one. That's the reason, because it's quality.
Good shout.
Number two, one more obscure this time. This is originally a BBC series that moved into a Netflix series, and it's called The Last Kingdom.
What's it about?
I can't even
other than
this
that kingdom that last one.
Yeah. So it all revolves. It's all based on like a true story. It's all true history, which is cool. And it all revolves around Vikings like taking over England, and the Last Kingdom. You sort of, if you don't know about the historic tale of it all, is that the Last Kingdom is that Wessex is where the king is.
Wessex.
Vikings
If Danetta's watching, by the way, did you hear that, Danetta? We once had a big thing about Sussex and
Wessex
it says Wessex, and I'm like, Wessex is a thing. And I know it used to be a thing.
Yeah, it's not anymore.
Yeah.
Vikings won, no.
Vikings smashed it up.
Yeah, so basically, it's about that, and then there's a character who's like the main character. He's born an English person, then he gets like the village he's living in. He ends up with Vikings, but he's dead young, and so he grows up in like a torn. So he's in like the Viking community, he's in like the Anglo-Saxon community. It doesn't really fully fit into the other because all his beliefs, he struggles to sort of, So he doesn't. He aligns a lot with each, and he's like a good middle person. He's a good main character, basically. Because every other character is a true thing. So every Viking warrior that's like a leader in the show, the big ones are genuine ones that were like renowned as like solid Viking warriors and so forth.
A solid Viking warrior. I think that's what I want my legacy to be.
Yeah.
I'll start growing my beard and that. Yeah. What would you like people to remember you for? Being a solid Viking warrior. Yeah, I like
cool,
that. Right, what's your third one?
Cool. So third, again, like the first one, you could jump into any episode of this, I don't know how many series there are, and you'll enjoy it, hopefully.
Shall I guess?
Go on.
3, 2, 1, and then we'll say it. So 3, 2, 1, and then say it.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
The
Friends.
Nice
I
try.
knew you weren't saying Friends.
No.
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
Yeah, great shout. Good show.
You could put on
solid.
any episode of Simpsons, and as long as
It'd be
you
funny.
enjoy The Simpsons, you enjoy it. You don't have to watch like 10 series first to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You jump in on any.
There's a theme there, then, isn't there, for you? You're
That's
like,
what
just
that's
dipping
what I
in,
looked
having
at.
a watch.
Yeah, because I don't have time to sit and go like, oh yeah, have you watched this? Oh yeah, series 6 is good, but you have to watch all 5 series first. Oh, by the way, there's 30 episodes in every series. Brilliant.
And then you get them ones like Breaking Bad where people go, no, you get through first series that's shy, and then it's good
And
after
it's
that,
good.
and you're like, oh, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
I've got to watch 20 hours of TV somewhere. I've got to fit 20 hours in to watch something that you've also said is rubbish to then get something good.
Right, so mine, straight off the bat, Sons of Anarchy. I'm sick of telling you to watch it, but it's one that you do need to watch. You can't dip in and out, really. I mean, every episode is a banger.
Oh, okay.
But you got to watch the show because it's a story
it's a
driven.
story,
It's typical like Netflix.
Well, that's
series.
same with Last Kingdom. You couldn't really get into that.
So Sons of Anarchy, for me, that is, I know we've not put them in any particular order, but that is number one, shebang. Great, one of the greatest shows ever.
Nice.
Originals.
Yeah.
I don't think it's your thing,
I've seen
really,
bits
if
of
I'm
it. I've seen
honest.
bits of it.
It's basically Vampire Diaries is obviously like the vampire teenage love story type thing. Originals is just the next level up. Originals is like, it's a bit like, you know, the Sidemen content now, well, for kids, and then now they've gone into some stuff for a bit of adult. It's almost like Originals is like, listen, we know that there's these little vampire dudes going around and it's a nice little love triangle and all this sort of stuff. Originals then is a bit more, I'm just going to rip someone's head off because I'm a vampire and I can do what I want. It's still not like
it's not like
gruesome. It's just a step up from Vampire Diaries. And to be fair, Vampire Diaries is also very, very good. I enjoyed it. Third is a bit of a cop-out, but also I could not go without saying it.
Go on.
Basically, anything Harlan Coben. Harlan Coben. Coben.
Right.
So nearly Coben, my son, but not quite. Yeah. So anything Harlan Coben. So he's done The Stranger, Safe, and a couple of other ones. And I think, I'm hoping Danette is on Instagram Live. I don't know whether they're on BBC iPlayer or Channel All 4 or whatever, but they're on like a normal TV, not Netflix or Amazon and stuff. Some of them might be. But everything he does, they're all like British crime dramas. So there's one where like all of a sudden this guy's just took his kid to play football or whatever, and this girl's come up to him with a cap on and looking a bit shady, and she's like, your wife's got a secret that she's not telling you. And he's like, what? And then the story unravels. So it's like quite a bit of a thriller drama, like, ooh, what's going on here? And just every show I've watched that's been like that, and me and Danette have both been like, that is a cracking show. They're always by this guy called Harlan Coben. So Google him, and it comes up on like Wikipedia, all the things that he's done. I recommend every single one.
Yeah, I've not heard of one.
No, honestly, they're good.
If I'm honest,
they're good. That's my top 3. So the next one.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Next, we've got movie/series. And by that, I mean like film franchises. So, I don't know, something like Lord of the Rings, for example. Like, there's 3
So
films.
I can pick either a movie or a bunch of movies.
If they flow, yeah. So,
Or do I always have to, or is it 3?
No, so this is what I thought, because it's quite easy to like...
So I'll tell you what I've got, and then you can tell me whether I'm all right.
Well, I've got one where I've put 2 where I've got series, because they're a flow of films, and they're all good.
Right. I can manipulate mine fairly easy.
Okay, cool.
I mean, first up, when someone mentions movie, I'm like, Snatch.
Right, yeah.
That's just one of my favourite movies of all time. If you've not seen Snatch, you need to watch it. Brad Pitt is like in his pomp as well, like he's Brad Pitt, but he's a Irish gypsy.
Yes.
And a quite convincing one as well. And he's got one hell of a punch on him as well, if you remember the famous scene. Yeah. So that's just got to be up there as one of the best films. The next ones are a bit more what you've just mentioned.
Okay.
The next one is basically the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
As in like from Iron Man right through to whatever the last Avengers were.
That was my thinking with the formula question. I
love all of them.
Well, exactly. That's the issue in it. Like, what do you choose out of it? Because your top 3 then suddenly becomes Marvel films, and then you're like, but I also like these, and you're like, yeah, but your top 3. So I thought, just merge them a bit, makes
Yeah.
get a bit more diverse.
But that whole Marvel Cinematic Universe has been going on for about 2008 Iron Man.
It might even been slightly earlier than that.
Yeah, so
Oh my
13,
God.
nearly 15 years.
Yeah.
Pretty much every film, the Captain Americas, the Iron Mans, the Thors, the actual Avengers films, the Spider-Man ones that have come into it lately, they're all good. I'm not so keen on your Doctor Strange or your Captain Marvel.
Guardians of the Galaxy, you weren't keen on
Guardians
that,
of the Galaxy again was a bit. They went a bit too let's be funny rather than. Whereas I think Thor's a great example of he can be action and serious and smash people up, but then he also says stuff that's hilariously funny. Whereas I thought Guardians of the Galaxy were pretty much all quite funny, like a comedy. It was almost like a comedy skit of Avengers.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But the whole thing as a package
Yeah.
is probably the best movie franchise I've ever seen. Probably one of the biggest as well. Like, has anyone else made that many movies that link together?
No, I know off the top of my head. There'll be some obscure thing maybe.
Yeah.
It's got like 35 movies. In fact, Marvel one's got about 30 movies in it.
The next one, the last one then is, I had put The Dark Knight. Batman, the one with Joker, Heath Ledger, greatest performance ever as a Joker.
Film, to be fair.
But if you want to lump that in with the one with Bane, basically Christian Bale
that
Batman.
is the series,
Christian Bale. But if you want to turn it into the series, that is also would make my top 3.
Yeah,
but if I had to pick,
films.
Dark Knight is the movie.
Just out of interest, if you had to pick a film out of the Marvel universe, is there one you'd pick as like a?
Oh, good question.
Cream of the crop.
It'd probably have to be one of the Avengers ones, but I'm not sure which one. Just because it's got all of them in it.
Yeah.
What were the first one? Age of Ultron.
No, first one was just Avengers Assemble. Second one, Age of Ultron.
Who were the baddie in Avengers Assemble? Well, that New York, where they just smashed New York up and loads of baddies come out.
Yeah. It was sort of like.
It
was before a lot of them came
Age of
into
Ultron.
It.
Yeah. Well, the second one was it.
Yeah.
Age of Ultron's pretty good, you know.
So
but then also the ones with what's his face, who literally smashed Hulk to bits. Thanos.
Yeah. So Infinity War.
I don't know. No, I can't pick.
It's hard because
it's hard. I like the Thor ones. I like Iron Man ones. I can't pick. They're all good.
Yeah.
There you go. What
Solid.
about your movie series?
I mean, first one in my list is the Marvel Universe as well. I mean, this whole question was formed around the Marvel Universe being an answer.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. I've included this one because it was probably growing up, hands down, the best movie franchise growing up with, and I think that's why this is
gonna be one of them
three.
things where I'm like,
yeah, and it's going to be the Harry Potter series. Yeah, I know. Because I read all the books. I read all the books going through school. All the films are coming out going through school. Like, and everyone knows that in that school/college time bit, something that was big, you cling on to a little bit.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm as into it as I used to be. I'm definitely not into it at the same level as a lot of people currently are or was. But it was hands down top level.
I get it.
Film. Yeah.
I get it. To be honest, I don't remember sitting down and watching a full Harry Potter movie, but I've seen enough to understand the crack.
I'd say it was...
And it's just not my genre, the witchy woo shit.
No,
I mean, I say that as I like...
the originals.
Originals that's about vampires and stuff. But I don't know. We'll get into it in another podcast. But it's just, even with vampires, there's limits. Whereas when you start adding magic and witchy woo stuff, it feels like there's no limit, so I don't understand the film anymore. Because if I had the power to just go pff, and you were zapped, I'd just go around doing that all the time.
I mean, yeah, fairs. So someone zaps you, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Listen, I get it though. I get it. Harry Potter is,
and I think it was YM that had that much buzz around it. Like at that time, I can't remember anything else that really had that much hype around the release of anything.
You have to appreciate it because of how many people get behind the whole franchise.
Yeah.
They have shops and everything. People queue up in King's Cross.
Yeah.
To have a little go run, pretend to run through
I've had a
there.
go on that little try.
To be honest, I think I might have at some point. I'm not sure actually. Didn't I have? Did we do that when we went to King's? I can't remember. Seems like something I might have done.
It's good. And the last one is just a standalone film. I mentioned it before. I mentioned it again. Four Lions. I absolutely rate that film. It's funny. It's just funny.
See, I must have just seen clips because, again, I don't remember sitting and watching it. But when you tell me clips of it,
you've seen it.
I'm like, yeah, I've seen that clip.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I've seen.
Yeah. I honestly, Four Lions, It's I don't know. It's a certain sense of humor, I suppose. But if you
not for everyone.
If you think we're funny or you enjoy our sort of like dynamic, it's a similar sense of humor, just in a very different style film to anything we do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What's next up?
Next up is games. I've gone down the computer games route because that's generally what we tend to play.
Yeah.
I mean, you can throw a board game in if you want.
No, I've just gone all computer games.
So have I. So cool. You went first last time to me.
Yeah.
Number one, it's definitely not the greatest game of all time. It gets complained about all the time. However, it's probably my most played game every year, and that is FIFA. Without a doubt, that's the game I have the most playtime on every year since about 2006 or something.
I find it so weird how into football I am. As in, I literally plan my life around Everton fixtures.
Yes.
And Everton comes before everything. I'm looking at every camera light, including children and wife. I mean, not including them. But I just cannot get into FIFA anymore as an adult. The net has bought me a couple of FIFAs, I remember, for my birthday, and I started playing them a little bit. Last one I might have had, 2020 maybe, I don't know. And I've played it, and I'm like, I'm just not bothered. And I don't know why, because I literally love football as much as anyone else could love football.
Yeah, I mean, you do.
Just not bothered about playing FIFA. No. I just don't know why. Which is weird, because when we go into my answers, sounds a bit contradictory, but I'll explain then.
Fair dues. I can take a guess at one of your top three, actually. Saying that. I knew it before anyway, but now it's confirmed it. Second, so this is where I've gone more into story of the game, because there's games I play a lot of, but they aren't necessarily that great a game. I only included FIFA because it's the most played thing. So, I've gone number two, a game called Detroit Becoming Human. Now, this is very much a story game, and it revolves a lot around like choices, and the story of it is around robots, and this guy's like putting chips into robots to make them human, hence they're becoming human.
Like iRobot.
Yeah, but like
that's a good film.
You make choices, so like there's three characters you play as. One of which is like a guy who's a fairly affluent person. The robot person goes out, does his shopping, all that sort of stuff. But he's got a son, and the son's like resents it, but the son's also like an alcoholic and stuff. So he comes in one day and like he's like gives him a bit of an ultimatum, and he sort of like batters like a few people and like batters the robot.
Who batters who? The kid?
The son. So the robot, you can decide, are you going to stand up or are you going to just like back off?
Are you the robot?
You play as the robot.
Hey!
You play as the robots in the game. So you can choose, like, do you like fight back the son? Do you not? Do you stand back? What do you do? Like
kick his teeth in. If he's coming at you, smash him.
Then another character you play as is...
But then can you just get shut down?
Exactly. Well,
as Geezer got a remote and he's like, and you're like,
well, that's it. That's it. But they've all got personalities and feelings. And
do you know there's a lot of games like that?
It's such a honestly first playthrough, because you can play it repeatedly and play different storylines. Yeah. It's very hard the second time playthrough because you know the overarching storyline.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can warp it a lot. I can't remember one of the characters is a police officer actually, and he obviously works in the police, so they're like, oh yeah, these robots are starting to like do this, that, the other, and he's like, well, I'm a robot. And there's also a bit of an internal battle there. That's quite cool. And then you play also another one's a girl, and like she's like a maid bot effectively, so they'll do all the cleaning, washing up, all sort of stuff like that. But the guy,
so it's not a sexist game whatsoever.
No. Well, there's male ones as well.
Yeah.
And the guy that like buys this like robot to do all washing and everything, like he's like, oh, it's just a robot. So like if it doesn't clean something up, he just like hits it and things like that. So like then she's like, oh, should I make a run or not?
Right, okay. So there's a similar
cool
game
storyline.
There's a similar Batman Telltale series that Corbin plays.
Them Telltale games are good.
They are very good because obviously it's Batman as well. And you're like, do you batter this guy? Do you let him go? Do you interrogate? Do you do this? Do you do that? Like, do you be friends with Catwoman? Do you not be friends with her? And stuff like that. I quite like them games because there's a bit more to it.
Yeah, I feel like it takes away so much of you got to learn all these controls to like really enjoying the story of a game. And you've just not really got to know all the controls as such. You just have to make the choices. So the story is way more advanced than the gameplay, I suppose. The gameplay is very basic. Yeah. And I enjoy that. Number 3, I've got God of War, the new one. Because there is obviously a whole franchise of God of War. I've not actually played the old ones. And if you are a PlayStation Plus member for like the next 5 days, I believe it's free to download. So if you haven't played it on PlayStation, recommend.
After 5 days, do you still get to keep it?
Yeah. As long as you download it while it's the free game on PS Plus,
all right, okay.
You get to keep it. You just need to have PlayStation Online to actually play it. But
I'm going to say there's a game we're playing right now that we've literally all just paid for, and it's now back on sale again.
Ah, brilliant. Of course it is. Probably still got receipt. But yeah, no, God of War, storyline in that is absolutely unreal. Gameplay is unreal. Graphics, unreal. Everything about it is like...
Unreal.
Well,
it will be unreal. It's a game.
And if you're into games, it's probably made an Unreal Engine. But
right, so my top 3 then, straight off the bat. Football Manager.
Yeah, that's the one I saw come in.
Yeah, so FIFA, for me, I don't know. Maybe Football Manager's spoiled FIFA for me, because FIFA, you kind of just, I've got ball and I'll just pass it to him and he'll score, sound. Whereas Football Manager, you're the full-on manager. And nowadays, Football Manager is so in-depth and intense that you literally, every decision matters. The way you speak to an individual player at half-time matters. The way that you answer questions in press conferences to certain journalists and stuff matters. Like it is as close to... I mean, the fact that real-life football clubs use Football Manager's scouting network in real life at Premier League level shows you how, like, in-depth the game is and how real it has become. And there's people that have been on there. I've been playing it since, like, our kid, when it used to be Championship Manager, like 1995 or 6 or whatever. So I've been playing it all my life nearly, because I'm only 25. But yeah, no, it's just, for me, it's just the greatest, best game ever. Next up, I've got 2 that I think are very similar.
Okay.
Because there's a similar reason why I like them. Warzone, Fortnite. Now, I'm not saying it's the greatest game ever. I've gone based off what have I been playing, because I went a big chunk of my life not playing games at all.
Yeah.
Like, I played games when I was a teenager and stuff, and then I got to, like, other than Football Manager, which I've had every single one of them, I got to, like, early 20s and didn't really game. Didn't really have a PlayStation, Xbox. I just didn't play them until recently when lockdown happened and all that lot, and then I got back into gaming again in a big way. And for me, Warzone were good because I think there's a lot of nostalgia around Warzone now, because it came out at the point the whole world went to shit. And it brought back me and Del, who have been friends since we were about 5-year-old or whatever, like literally nearly all our life. We then started talking more because we were playing on that, and now we've got this real gaming culture that you're now part of as well. Yeah. And like, we're playing games and stuff, and I'm like, oh, this all happened because of Warzone, really.
Yeah,
I mean, and being locked up in house.
Yeah, that was also a contribution.
And Fortnite, off the back of that, is a very similar game, just one more geared towards kids, I'd say. And me and Corbin basically do what me, you, and Del do, but we play it, and Corbin loves it, and Danetta even plays Fortnite and loves it. And I'm actually good at Fortnite, which is why I like Fortnite more than Warzone. But they both mean a similar thing to me.
I'm just going to throw a little side note in there that... we've only played Fortnite together once, I think.
Yeah, we're not very good.
He died first.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, you're right. However,
don't have to rub it in.
However, Del's first 8 games, and I'm saying this live on camera, we played 8 times and we won all 8 as duos.
Yeah, I rate that, to be fair. I rate that.
So, you know, I mean, I think we're just playing against a bunch of bots, if I'm honest, because he were a new account, but... Yeah. I mean, you've still got to win it. Yeah, and then the last one I have got is what we are currently playing, DayZ. Now, it's early days. I've only played it a couple of times, but I'm going to say I am really enjoying it. After playing Warzone and Fortnite non-stop for 3 years, I've jumped onto DayZ, where it's a survival game, similar to what you're talking about with the... Which one was it?
The second one.
With a robot and stuff. Yeah. So where you're saying you've got to think more about the story, DayZ's got you thinking about survival. You do have to think about like the controls and stuff like that, but it's very much a survival game. Basically, you dropped onto this, I think it's like a Russian
map.
Russian map. And the map is massive. Apparently, if you walk from one side of the map to the other, in real life, it'd take you about 52 minutes to go east to west. Which...
I can't work out.
If you're a gamer, that's a mad map. Because you can get, like, Fortnite and Warzone, you could get from one end of the map to other in about
2 minutes.
2-3 minutes, yeah. This is like takes you 50, either 42 or 52, but either way, that's a mad map.
Yeah.
And basically, it's about survival. There's zombies on there. You've got to collect food. You've got to think about food. You've got to think about your clothes being wet and just loads of different stuff. And it makes teamwork and communication vital. And that's what I really like about it.
I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, but we've only played it a couple of times.
I've only been on a couple of times. I just keep walking the wrong way.
I just know that when I play it, I'm like, I've really enjoyed this, even though all I've done is walk down a road for about 2 hours looking for my mates. But when you find them, it's like, oh, yes, we found each other.
And that's the game. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what, to be fair, that's my own experience. I spent 2 hours, literally 2 hours trying to find you. And then I found you. And then it was like 12:30, and we're like, right, let's call it a night.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, so they're my games. It's more because I currently play them, and then I've played one forever.
Yeah, that's fair.
The others, What's next?
So next, obviously, we're on YouTube.
I know what's next.
We're going for top 3 YouTube channels. It's your turn to answer first, even though you're down in Monster right now, which I'm going to guess moves on to the next topic.
The gold one.
But,
yeah, but another controversy. Because I'm drinking the gold one, but it's not necessarily in my favourites list.
Top 3 YouTubers.
Top 3 YouTubers. Well, just as I look to my right, I've noticed Alfie Indra's just joined. I don't know if you're still here, Alfie, but so I'm going to say Alfie Indra's channel and Jack Mate's channel. Otherwise, you might unfollow me. Who knows? But what I had actually written down, my top 3 YouTube channels were That David and Rob Vlogs.
Right.
Our channel.
Nice.
The Shull family.
Yeah, you know, come in.
Which is my family vlogging channel. Well, Danetta's.
Can I tag a guess at
What's the third one?
Is the third one Danetta Does Food?
Oh, yeah, I'm glad you said that because I had it down as Danetta Louise and I forgot it changed to Danetta Does Food.
Absolute amateur.
My wife's channel. Yeah, I don't know why I keep looking at your camera. I'm not even on it.
Because it's a good camera.
Yeah, my wife's channel, Danetta Does Food, which is absolutely banging right now, by the way. Like, she's doing loads of food channels, all sorts. If you saw in our vlogs the other day, actually, when we bought all the IKEA food, we did a video, and I feature on her channel a lot as well, doing the food channels.
It's funny that the only reason I know the name of the channel is because of the IKEA food channel, is because after the food went back for Danetta to do the video, you come in with a couple of bags full of stuff like, oh yeah, it's my IKEA food. And that means one thing. And that one thing could be, it weren't great. Like, we kept talking good stuff.
To be honest, I think we gave you.
I think nearly all of it's.
everything.
I think nearly all of it's there. To be fair, I've not looked through the bags properly.
I'm gonna say, other than the Twixers, because I really like. But I even brought
We've
them
been
in, and we
eating them
have
in car.
pretty much half them.
But so I thought before I tuck into any of this stuff that I don't know what it is, I'm gonna watch Danetta's video, get a bit of a cheap view. And the IKEA toffees, weren't trying them after watching both of your reactions.
Under any circumstances, do not eat IKEA toffees. Particularly, I think there's 3 in the box. It's the dark ones that look almost black. I think they've got like toffee chili or something or other.
I think that's what you said.
It's the worst thing I've ever put in my mouth, ever. The worst thing I've ever tasted, ever.
Yeah, that put me off, and I just put them in the bin.
I watch a lot of I watch a lot of like tech YouTubers, productivity YouTubers. So unless you're into that stuff, you're probably not going to watch the same things I watch. But like Marcus Brownlee, Ali Abdul, what's he called now? Jeff. He's called Jeff Summit. Jeff Sue or something like that. But he's another one that just does a load of like Google productivity stuff. And it's like, it's stuff that most people are like, who watches this? Well, I do. That's who.
You got a comment, but I don't know who from.
We've got a comment from Wilkinson Butcher saying, sat in the garden with a pint listening to you two waffle. I mean, you literally are having the best Saturday ever. You're welcome.
If you're probably watching this again on Sunday, maybe.
Yeah, watch it again, because you'll have missed all of us. But yeah, no, I don't know. There's loads that I watch. I like watching TalkSport as well, because they have
on
like
YouTube.
That. Yeah. They stream live on YouTube, Facebook, and everything.
Okay,
They're like this.
Right.
On the radio, but also stream to every platform. I love Darren Bent, Andy Goldstein, and Jack Wilshere. They talk some really good stuff. Yeah. So I like that. And then there's other stuff like now and again I pop across some Sidemen stuff, but a lot of it's not. Still a bit childish for me.
Yeah.
I watched some of it. I know that's going to be in your top 3, innit? but some of it's all right, some of it's not. I prefer the clips on TikTok.
Yeah, okay,
rather than I couldn't consume the whole thing.
Some of the videos like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah. I ain't got that. I ain't got time for that. Yeah, go on. What is it? You now? You top 3 YouTube channels?
Top 3, and believe it or not, Sidemen. Sidemen are in there without a shadow of a doubt.
They are good. I like them. Good lads, I think.
Yeah, they're funny. They're funny. I rate it.
They're funny.
There's all sorts on there. Like, I could have gone top 3 and gone Sidemen, more Sidemen. Sidemen reacts, but no, that's not about what I'm.
Who's your favourite Sideman?
My favourite Sideman.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Harry.
Harry.
Yeah.
Not KSI.
No, I like KSI, but for me, I was a bit torn between Harry, Josh, and Simon.
Really? Everyone is like Josh is like a granddad, even though he's like 30.
No, I know, but like if you look at their dynamic, he's the one that comes up in most of these videos. Like the guy.
Oh no, behind the scenes, I think him and Simon.
Yeah,
are probably
actually physically
the best.
on the screen, like Harry is probably the
Harry's
funniest.
hilarious.
Like the guy's got no filter.
No, he hasn't.
And he seems to get away with literally anything.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
I don't think he gives a shit at all about anything. Like, you get people who are like, oh, they don't give a shit. And it's like, it's all in
some people it's like, oh, you've got millions and millions of followers.
Genuinely looks like he does not give a shit. Like, couldn't care less.
No, there must be some sort of plan behind what he's doing, but like, yeah, from the outside, like, it looks like you've got millions of followers. You should probably be more careful. And he's like, all right, I'm going to try and do a backflip on a car and see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, brilliant.
Yeah.
Like, I rate it.
Who's next?
Number 2, I've got Peter McKinnon. He's probably
brilliant.
one of the first YouTubers I got into. His main role revolves around cameras predominantly. Slowly starting to branch out a bit more into different things, but he was always known for cameras, tutorials. I learned a hell of a lot there years ago.
I should have said that.
I've stuck with it, to be fair.
I should have said Peter McKinnon, Casey Neistat, Sarah Dietschy. I watch all of them.
Yeah,
and all for different reasons. Sometimes I want to laugh, but 99% of the time I'm learning something on YouTube.
Yeah, I think you probably watch more YouTube than me, so you've got a lot more to choose from.
It's funny, because I was thinking this just this morning. I was like, I haven't actually watched any YouTube since we come back off holiday, I don't think.
All right.
I'm just trying to think off the top of my head if I have, and I don't actually think I've watched.
To be fair, I'm still a couple of Sidemen Sundays behind, and that's a rare.
I might have watched some Talk Sport yesterday, thinking of it, but before then, I'm like, I actually remember last time I tapped YouTube and just had a watch, which is weird. But I have been feeling wiped out on an evening.
Yeah,
because of this bloody heat and
unreal. And third, I've got Daniel Schiffer.
Good.
Again, his video, but like his work is like, I don't even have to describe it. It's a class above. And the idea behind it is a class above the finished work. It's unreal. But like, he goes through everything he's doing. And although I could probably start replicating some of it because he goes through a lot of detail, can I actually replicate it?
Yeah, he's got the ideas, the skill set, and the gear all at the same time.
Yeah, it's unreal.
But
it's unreal.
The skill he's got is mental.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one thing to be able to do it, but I can't be the idea to do it is.
What's the last topic?
Last topic, you probably have already guessed this because I did bring it up when you mentioned the Gold Monster, and that is top 3 drinks. And so it was a bit of a curveball from the theme.
Who's to go? You to go first.
Yeah, it is actually. And this is the final one. Is the drinks. So top 3, number 1, Coca-Cola, but original.
Coca-Cola.
Red, original, not diet.
It's
not
so
zero,
funny how you call it Coca-Cola. Life.
Do you remember Coke Life?
Yeah. If you drink Coca-Cola Life,
well, is it even still a thing?
God, just
is it a thing?
Unfollow.
But
who drink? Did it used to be green?
Green. Yeah. I don't know what it was about.
That was worse than Coke Zero. Coke Zero as well is another load of nonsense.
Yeah, if Coke Zero is the only thing available, I'm not impressed. I'm not happy about it.
It's Coke Zero. It's supposed to taste like full fat Coke.
Yeah.
But the benefit of Diet Coke.
Yeah.
And yet it's not. It tastes like shite and it's worse than both the other two.
I'm not a fan.
It's awful.
Normal Coca-Cola. Or the cherry one. I'd take Coca-Cola cherry. But that now seems to be diet all the time. I'd rather normal. Everything needs to be full fat. I ain't about this low sugar life. not today.
What's next up?
Next up, Vimto. I thought I'd go for a dilute. I drink quite a lot of dilute squash. What do you call it, by the way? Do you call it squash or dilute? Or juice. Some people call it juice.
Yeah. I've just got orange. At our house, we only ever really have orange in, so you just go have a drink of orange, and we all know what it means.
Do you ever have orange
I'd probably
juice?
say dilute.
Dilute.
I'd never find myself saying squash or juice, really.
Yeah.
I'd probably say, dilute pop. Is that, I reckon that's it in Yorkshire. We say dilute. We say dilute pop. Yeah.
That's funny.
Not fizzy pop or dilute pop.
I remember the one time when I first moved up here, like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, fizzy pop," or just pop meant like Coke and
pop could mean up here.
Oh yeah, I've learned it can even mean water. Council pop.
Yeah, council pop. Yeah. You have to say council pop though.
Yeah.
If I were to just say pop, no one would think water.
Oh no, I think water.
But if you say council pop,
that's
all we had to live on up here till 5 years ago.
Blew me out of the water. That. Like, I'd only just learned that pop was like fizzy pop, and now I learned that pop was everything. And then I learned it was water, and I was like, there is no end to this. What are they doing up here?
It's a different world.
We've abbreviated every drink possible with pop.
We only got Coca-Cola 5 years ago up here. With internet.
Yeah, we got it 10 years ago when I moved up here. And last, I thought I'd mix up again with a good breakfast drink, and much against the popular vote of orange juice, I would choose apple juice. Apple
juice is underrated.
I'd agree.
Apple juice is great. In fact, Corbyn's just started drinking a lot of apple juice. It looks like piss, but it tastes brilliant. True.
What an advert.
Yeah. Apple juice. Looks like piss, tastes great. There you go. If anyone wants a professional video, by the way, hire us.
Well, I can do a professional voiceover as well of that. If you sell apple juice and you like that catchline, tagline, whatever we call it.
If anybody clips what I just said, how I just said it, and adds it to like an apple juice pouring or whatever to make a little advert, I'll give you a $5.
We can make it as a TikTok trending sound. Let's make that possible.
Yes. Imagine that. I can't remember what I just said, but I know it was funny.
It's a TikTok trending sound. We'll make it happen.
Is that your
three? That's my three. Yeah, that's my three.
Right, mine gets really interesting. So ears up.
Oof.
Ears up.
Sure.
I've never said that before. Monster, but the white can. Closely followed by the gold can, but the white can is where it's at. Monster white can is one of my favourite drinks. Strawberry milkshake.
All right, okay.
Is just one of my favourite drinks of all time, but it's something that, unless it's the protein version at the minute, I don't really drink it. But in particular, the Asda 1 litre strawberry milkshake is just a goated drink. It's amazing. I mean, goated, has it come from a goat? I don't know. Quite possibly.
Well, maybe.
It's just Asda's own. Who knows? Could have come from home.
It's possible.
But that's amazing. This is where it gets interesting.
Okay.
My favourite drink.
Wait, can I guess this?
No, because you don't even know it exists.
Oh, wow, okay.
You have no idea it exists at all.
Well, I was going to say water.
No, I mean, I like water, but water's probably boring.
Right, okay, go on.
Should have said water. A Surely Special.
Oh, brilliant. Of course.
Right,
of course it is.
If people know or not know, obviously my last name's Shaw. Until I grew up and were an adult, I was Surely. Back in day, I used to make this drink called a Surely Special. There's only really, I think, me and maybe my sisters that know about it. And Donetta now. Donetta knows about it now.
You're all about to know about it.
Yeah,
so
you're all about to know about it, right?
Hold on to your seats.
This works best with the cheapest, Asda, Tesco, Morrisons, whatever, the cheapest hot chocolate powder. It don't work with the Cadbury's one or like the posher ones.
Like options.
Yeah, it don't really work with that sort of stuff. It works with the cheapest one. So you get about 5 massive heaps and smash it in a mug. Pretty much half full. A third of your cup should be deep in this cheap chocolate hot drink powder. Okay?
Right.
Then you get freezing cold semi-skimmed milk or any milk you want. Not vegan stuff that's like water and like piss. It needs to be a bit thicker, like semi-skimmed above. And you pour it in slowly so it fills up. Then what happens is when you've got a full cup of that, you've got loads of really nice chocolate in the bottom and some bits blob up to the top, and you get the little spoon and you eat all of that out of it. And some of you now are going, that is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. Don't judge until you've tried it for yourself. It is heaven.
Right.
Honestly, I had everybody hooked then, like, what?
I mean, that's just real. Stir it and do something, but
no,
you
you eat it out of it, but it's like, it's such a different texture and taste because you've got like a bit of milk off the spoon and then the chocolate powder's been wet in milk, and it's amazing. But you know you've got the wrong chocolate powder if when you pour the milk in, it just starts going poof, 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 and just being powder laying on top. You've got the wrong one. Don't work.
Back down south, we used to call this Nesquik.
Hey, listen, I was a kid when I discovered it. I had a lot of time on my hands. I don't actually know how I discovered that. But honestly, I even went to do one the other night. That's how recent it is. Oh, wow,
okay, that's
but
interesting.
We'd got this Cadbury's stuff in and it just won't work. So there you go.
Yeah, well, there's
the clip for this week.
I'm speechless, if I'm honest. I don't know what to say about that.
You'd love it. You'd love it.
I mean, I'd give it a go, but
We've got people going to try it now as we speak.
I don't know what to say.
It feels like I should say that that's a joke and I was just reeling you all in.
He's not.
But it's not. I'm deadly serious. Ask Donetta if she's knocking about.
She's not. She's making a Shirley special.
Yeah. Yeah. Send us your picture of Shirley special.
I think there's only one thing left to do on this podcast.
I'm sorry. This is my life.
It is.
I wish I was joking. I'm not.
I can't say end of pod.